like week before last.
Poor Phil. Did you make it? Is that a penis bubble at the bottom?
Nice.
The what?
Like the bubble, it has two little nodes there before the.
I like her. She's my kind of gal.
Oh man, if you had any
I
idea,
mean, we
if you
could
watched,
just
She looks like she belongs.
You know,
Mad Max.
We could just do dick jokes the whole time, Lori. Me and you.
I mean, you know, we could make a giant dick monster, but I don't know how
Too late.
that would go over.
Okay. I tried to tell Phil that we needed to have one with 18 of them, and he said I was only limited to one.
You get one.
Very upset.
Hey, sharks have two, right?
What?
I'm pretty sure sharks
Possums
have
have split ones too.
Did
They
you
have
know a
cork
duck-
ones.
Do you know a duck has a corkscrew
I
one?
was just,
Look
I
it
was
up.
just gonna say that.
Yes.
So is a pig.
I was just gonna
Pig's
say
got
that.
Wait,
Corkscrew
pigs have
barbs.
corkscrew ones as well?
And barbs,
Yep.
yeah. It's so they can't get away.
Oh, you gotta
It's,
look at
yeah,
it. It's traumatizing. You have to see
Hey,
it.
Ducks are.
Welcome to
And
the
we're
channel,
live.
Sir
Note
Duke
to self.
Nukem, and this is the type of conversations we have before the show.
Duke!
Oh,
You
dear.
can't have the name Duke Nukem and be offended by that conversation. I'm just saying.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry we're late. We had a little bit of technical problems. My name's Matt. I go by KC Riff. This is Whose Monster Is It Anyway? I'm joined by Ash and a live Phil this evening. Phil, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
That good, huh? That good. So we do have. I know I alluded to it for the last couple shows, but we have some actual news now, don't we? What are you doing these days?
Oh, working for Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the Coast.
Congrats.
Yeah, man. Got a
That's
significant.
awesome.
Wasn't offended, maybe a little surprised. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Duke. Nukem. I never cease to be surprised on the show. Yeah, congratulations,
will be
Wizards of the
today.
Coast. You got your first assignment, and we don't know what it
I
is
did.
yet because that part's still a secret. But congratulations,
I
man.
cannot-
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's huge. I have not pushed myself this hard in I don't know how long, or been this self-conscious.
You'll do great.
Ash, I know you want to. Ash is like, there's a dick joke in there somewhere. I know. Self-conscious.
I
Self-conscious.
was holding back.
I just saw the look on your face. I do. Yeah. Okay.
Say it. Say dick. Dick.
Ash.
Tennis.
How are you, Ash? How's
Doing
everything
that,
going?
You're gonna
How's
regret
everything
getting
in
two women
California?
on this show.
I know.
Just saying.
Too late. Already do.
California is great. I mean, I live in Southern California. The weather's fine.
Is the
Can't
weather-
really complain, honestly.
Is the weather ever not fine in Southern Cali? I mean, that's like its thing, right?
No.
There's like Southern California version of not fine, which means like a drizzle, or it's hit the
So
60s
60s and rain.
like 63 degrees or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's
I live in
disgusting and I'm
Wisconsin.
I was just commenting earlier before we started the show that it's 76 here in Vegas, and I'm like, what is going on? This is not the Vegas
That's
I
like-
remember. I mean, it
That's
is.
like winter time Vegas.
Yeah, it is early June, but I mean, still, we're not expecting this at all when we landed. We have our two contestants tonight, Lori and Erik. Welcome to the show.
Okay.
Aw.
If you are tuning in for the first time, Whose Monster Is It Anyway? We are going to create a monster live with art from our artist extraordinaire, Phil Stone. So we will challenge our two great contestants here this evening to create something based on. Yeah, Phil has a webcam now. To create something based on your inputs, the audience inputs. So.
Oh no.
While we are getting started, I'm going to go ahead and start a poll. So give us, if you're out there, tell us what you want. What you want for the size. What size should this creature be? And that should have... Did it not go out? I took out... So I learned my lesson from last week and took out Tiny. I took Tiny out of the poll. So that's not an option this week. But Why is it not opening? There we go. Creature size. Vote. Small, medium, large, or huge. Take a vote. Take a vote.
Huge.
Yeah.
I say colossal,
Huge. That, you like three.
but there we go.
It needs like the umlaut over the U too, like huge.
Huge.
Here we go. Here we go.
There you go.
All right. So, Laura, what are you working on these days?
What am I working
you,
on?
You said that you're going back to work. How's work treating you?
Yeah, work's good. Tattooing's good. I'm super busy. Everyone waited it out, and tattooing in a mask and glasses is all sorts of fun. But other than that, it's good times. Just to do any tattoo, I will never take for granted my job and complain about the mundane. Well, to us, mundane over things we've done a million times. I'm just happy to hold a tattoo machine and draw on people, and it's good. It's real good.
That's great. That's great.
Mhm.
Erik, what about you? Oh yeah, sorry, Lori. So, what are the plans for Gen Con now that we're no longer live?
So Gen Con obviously got canceled. So we're gonna do. I have to talk to you after the show, by the way. We are gonna do my midnight games online. It's gonna be called BYOD, in parentheses, dice or drinks or both. So we're gonna do a large scale, fun, let's kill some zombies game. And we're gonna incorporate some cool, like, you're in your office, the first 3 things you grab can be made into an improvised weapon. So instead of making up by pretend and writing it on a character sheet, you're gonna be like, okay, I got a bottle of wine, a baby Yoda, and a pen.
Hey.
What can you make? Kill some zombies.
Nice.
That's kind of how my games roll. But so this will be a little fun. We'll do some fun little party games kind of mixed in with it, and hopefully kind of do something neat. It's a bummer that it got canceled, like you did too, but
Right.
we could all play at home.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that sounds interesting. We'll definitely have to chat about that and figure out
Yeah,
how it's
I
going
need
to work.
some
But that does sound
technical
a lot of fun.
technical wizardry from your end because I mounted the iPad with a speaker and some dominoes tonight. Clearly, I am not the tech wizard in my house.
Well, that's all right. Whatever works. Whatever works.
Yep.
All right, Erik. Sorry. How's everything in your world? You said everything pretty hectic last couple of days.
It's crazy. I've been working from home a lot, but the dock bar that I work at, like 1-2 days a week, reopened under all the new COVID license. Lots of bandana wearing.
Is that like?
I feel like
so you
I'm
can
Robin
lift-
Van
lift
Smoking
up
pork
so you can
shoulder.
drink?
Yeah, that's a different problem. But yeah, no, that and lots of artwork and streaming launches here in the beginning of next month. So
Awesome.
yeah, I'm pretty psyched.
Well, that's cool.
And drinking, of course, obviously. I mean, it's only right.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty
Pandemic.
much pandemic drinking is pretty much the only way I've
It's
got
no
through it.
different than my daily life. It's just now widely accepted.
Like, how early is too early to drink?
Is there a? I'm not sure there's a answer to that question.
I saw there was
In
some
Milwaukee,
study that said
it's forever.
there was a study that said something like 1/3 of people on the clock, like in office jobs doing it from home, are drinking. I wonder if
Oh,
they're more
yeah.
productive.
I used to work for a bank where
I would
they would
say
do it
yeah.
at the bank all day.
Oh,
Good
that's
bank.
old.
Oh yeah, bottom desk drawers at this bank were just always full with booze. And I worked in the CEO's office, so he had an entire cabinet that I could go through.
That's great.
Public
That's
service announcement: I don't drink and tattoo, so you're all safe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bonus.
That bank went under. So,
Yeah.
surprise!
It's like they had some sort of
it's okay.
impairment in judgment for some money.
I don't know why they made bad lending choices. I have no idea.
It's so weird. Huh. All right, so there we were. We've got one vote. I'm going to close the poll here in just about 30 seconds. We got one vote for a huge monster. If there's any other votes, take a vote now for what type of monster we're going to create. And then we can talk about types. 2 votes. All right, 2 votes for huge.
Huge.
Everybody wants
Freaking
huge.
huge, I think.
Hey, freaking huge.
All right, we're going to close that poll. Let's see, complete. And how about creature type? Let's do creature type. What type of huge creature are we going to make this evening? Vote now. We can do an aberration, construct, elemental giant, humanoid, monstrosity, plant, undead, beast, or vermin. For sanity's sake, I took the Fae out of this vote.
I know, we have done a lot of phase.
What else have we done that's been huge before?
I think this may be the first huge. Is that right?
No, we did the elephant
Kaiju.
thing.
Oh, the
Kaiju.
elephant
Like a
thing.
rhino.
Yeah, that's right. We got a
Shot
monster.
tusks and shit. And...
Can't have enough kaiju in your life.
Can't
It's
have
okay.
enough kaiju. Yeah, that's true.
That is so
a
true.
True statement. Huh. All right.
I don't like that, huh? What was that, huh?
Huh. Well, I'm not a DM.
Oh, Kentucky Kaiju.
I'm not a.
Mhm.
I'm not a DM tonight. I don't have any ulterior motives. It's not like a.
I always do. So
Roll
go
a D-
ahead. Let's go.
Roll the d20, huh? This is a game show. All right. So I got 2 votes. Looks like we're going with a humanoid. Or no, I'm sorry. Nope. Monstrosity.
Not human.
A huge monstrosity.
Baby.
Okay.
Huge monstrosity. And just for giggles.
Ash, we can make that super phallic.
We can definitely make that phallic. Honestly, there's nothing that I feel that you and I could not make phallic. I would accept that challenge.
You know what? I think this is the Ash and Lori drinking game. Every time you say the word phallic, we have to take a shot or a drink.
Okay,
Why don't we just
I'm
do
down
a
with this.
giant guar cuttlefish?
Better go get a bottle.
Oh,
Odorous
boy.
would be proud.
Okay, so just for giggles, let's see what kind of creature features this guy has.
Tentacles.
Last poll. Tentacles. Well, I mean naturally.
I mean,
That's-
naturally.
That's Phil's favorite thing to draw is tentacles.
I was gonna say, what percent of your monsters at this point have tentacles?
All of
Yeah.
them.
I mean,
A
there's
lot.
a pretty
Or, like,
significant
tentacle-like
percentage.
things, yeah.
It's going to be the monster manual of tentacled creatures is what it's going to be when we actually put it out there.
The last creature
Is this
It had,
5e too? Is that what we're using?
had seaweed tentacles, and it crawled up through people's penises. So
Oh.
That's-
I hope it wasn't huge.
Yeah. Hopefully.
It was not. It was not. And that's
Is that the
exactly why we don't
small
have Tiny on the list this week.
Ah.
Okay. Vote for all the things. All right. Well, that doesn't really count. So do we have, let's see. If it's blood, that's blood drain. If it's tentacles, yeah, obviously it's got a special hard carapace. Does it do disease, poison, charge? Does it have a charge ability? It's a breath weapon, anti-magic, regeneration. Vote now.
Are you randomly generating this, or is this just
We've-
being voted on?
We are voting on it. If anybody's going to vote, we got 1 vote for all the things, which we got to start somewhere, Jeff.
yeah,
So
that doesn't count,
us-
King.
give us a little something.
I mean, it could have all the things, but poor Phil's got to draw it. So
Yeah.
all the
Just
things.
write all the things, and then he's done. Phil's done.
And
Mic
let's go
drop,
drinking.
peace out.
I'm down for the drinking part for sure.
Oh wait,
All right.
I'm drinking when they don't
Oh,
say
yeah.
phallic. Someone say phallic.
All the things. There you go.
Now.
Thank you, ladies
There
and
we
gentlemen.
go.
Good night. All the things written on paper. All right. 30 seconds left with the special creature feature ability. We'll close
Isn't
this
all
out
the things in phallics together just the joke of a bag of
Oh,
dicks?
wait,
Isn't
you
that
said
really
it.
what that is?
Oh, there we go.
Blood and
Blood
magic.
magic.
So blood drain. Vote blood magic. Looks like we've got 2.
Mm.
So blood drain. So we have huge.
Huge blood drain. Phallic.
Interesting.
Phallic, definitely.
No, that was not something said.
I'm pretty sure that was subtext. So
It was clearly
Totally.
implied with the vote of blood drain.
clearly. I mean, if you go,
I think
never mind.
I think we skip mosquito. Let's not do mosquito because that's too
you
easy.
you get a little too
Didn't we already
aggressive
kinda
with it. Could be blood drain.
Oh, I got my card.
Huge blood drain.
What was that card, Jeff? I just saw you play a card, but I missed it. I gotta move my merch bundle down here a little bit. We had a card played and I missed it. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna close out this poll with looks like 3 votes for blood drain. So we have a huge monstrosity whose special ability is he's known for blood draining. It's known for blood draining. So, Lori, what comes to your mind first?
Red Cross. Here we go.
Huge blood drain. I feel like it needs a trunk of some sorts.
Trunk is just a different word for tentacle.
It is not a
tentacle with a
tentacle.
hole.
It is not, because it has like the little like mouthy thing. Like
Yeah.
Opposable, like it's a trunk opposable thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, tentacles can suck from like multiple places, Phil, but a trunk can only suck from one.
What she said.
It's just physics.
It's just
A trunky type.
I feel so emasculated right now. You can only suck from one place, Phil.
Figure it out, Phil.
Oh,
This went
good
down here
Lord.
really
Bad
bad.
enough you can't find it that you can only suck from one place. Taking your $100 and going home.
Ah,
$100.
getting
Phil
schooled
goes
on
for the high
sucking.
class ones.
All right, so I have 10 packs available for anybody that wants to go grab a pack. 10 packs of Stream Loot cards. You can help influence the show with those cards. We got 10 free packs of our Stream Loot cards available if you want to go grab them. As you saw, King Bashman played one just a minute ago. You can also play them and help influence the game. Erik, what are you thinking? What do you so trunk, huge trunk, blood drain, monstrosity.
Huge blood draining trunk monstrosity. So So I mean, I think leech immediately because those are like a large version of that's 1% of monstrosity. I don't know what a leech with a trunk is gonna look like.
Badass.
Man, that's like I guess a tendril. I mean, we're getting your tentacle.
No,
in.
or
I
it
guess
could
that's
be a
what's
trunk
happening.
and like the end could be a leech instead of like the cute little elephant trunk, like a leech thing.
I'm trying to think of other blood-sucking things. You got mosquitoes. You got bats.
Does it so blood? It's blood drain. It's blood drain. Does it have to be? Are we stuck on sucking?
Wait.
I mean, I know we are.
Kind of xenomorphy, like where like the mouth opens and the trunk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it leaves.
I mean, it could be robotic.
It's like an innie.
Yep.
like me, yes.
It's an innie that pops out when it gets really excited and sucking's about to happen.
What if it's a huge fetus attached to a gargantuan creature with an umbilical cord? It's a parasitic huge creature that feeds off stuff. And now you get to draw a fetus.
Fetus it is.
That
plural
sounds
for
terrifying.
Fetus eye?
Hey, I thought we were
Huge?
going with bad. You said blood drain.
No, that's is great. I don't have children, but I would label children as bloodsuckers. So
is it attached to like a
seems to
planet
fit.
then? Like if it's huge, what's it attached to?
Ooh.
What, Tarrasque? Is it attached to a Tarrasque?
No, I'm not drawing a Tarrasque.
Is it like Krang from the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Blades.
Turtles?
You don't need a whole body.
No.
Yeah.
What if it's something that comes off of like some sort of Cthulhu-esque, that type of.
I was thinking that what's that? There's like this seaborn roly-poly thing. It looks like it looks like it would be a roly-poly, except it's, giant. What are those things called? Anybody remember? They just pulled like a huge one.
Oh, the ancient ones?
Yeah, the really ancient.
The penis fish?
It is not, in fact, a penis fish.
It's called a phallus fish. Thank you.
Is it a phallus fish?
No,
I don't think so.
Definitely
That's
phallic
not nearly as enjoyable to say.
What if we make it like a baby that isn't so cute, like a
Didn't we? We already did like
Not-
a
Well,
weird,
it's
weird baby thing. We already did like a weird.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
What if
This
we
is gonna
did
be-
like
is
a
this like-
starfishy type of thing with like 5 different ends, and each end could do something?
Oh, it's Starro's child.
Yeah, Star Child.
Star.
There you go.
Star comics.
So is it?
You already did a baby. You got to give me some rules here, man. I didn't know you already did a baby.
Well, there's
That
no
baby looks
rules
like it's
per se.
boxing.
Phrase.
What
We're not
would we
doing
have
that
that? Wasn't it that? God, what the hell do we call that thing?
It was like a baby bug thing or something.
Yeah, necromancers. It was some sort of necromancer from there. It was pretty fucked up. Plus, this is huge, right? So, what is this, like a giant's fetus?
That's what I'm saying. What's it attached to? A planet?
well, or would
I
you have
mean-
the thing it's attached to being giant, but the fetus is still tiny?
Trilobites. That's you got it. Trilobites. There you go.
Yeah. I was like, I know this. I
Oh,
love history. I know it.
Yeah, but if a
Sea bears?
trilobite with a big old trunk and it's huge, that's gnarly.
Wait, we're not doing a baby? All right, here we go.
I hope we're not doing a baby.
Always starts.
Hey, yo.
I mean, you work in an industry where you can draw beholders now, right?
Yeah. Not
True.
on this show.
Not on this show, but
The beholders
Beholden.
off. If there's only one stock, it's called an eye tyrant.
It's a beholden. Yeah. Trilobite. Do you know what a trilobite looks like?
I don't think they suck blood, though, do they?
We
Well,
can
this-
make it.
This huge
We can
one
make
does.
I mean,
it.
we can make it do that. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
I was gonna say
trilobite,
a tick.
a trilobite with a trunk. Oh, this is gonna end up being
Alright.
kind of like a tick, only huge
boom.
with a trunk. All right,
Trilobite.
Frank House, what's this thing called? What's the name? What are we gonna name this thing?
A trunked trilobite. All right, that's what I'm doing.
Do you name really? You don't name it at the end?
We can certainly change the name if it doesn't end up fitting.
Man, that's like naming a kid, and then the kid comes out, and you.
You're not a Steve.
You shouldn't.
You're clearly
You're not a Steve.
All right.
Trilobite trunked creature. I'm looking.
Like an Ella something.
Go through my notes of monsters.
Like an Ellabite or a maybe?
Trunkabite.
What, like a packy bite? Packabite?
Ooh, packy bite.
Something like
All
that.
right.
Trunkosaur.
A Dumba, something with Dumbo.
With Dumbo in it.
Oh, it's gonna have to fly. It's gonna.
Tubular leech.
Tubular.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I like that.
It's a phallaleech.
Truncular.
Ooh, phallo-
Phallaleech.
I like a phallaleech.
Tubuleech.
Perfect.
I'm writing words down. Trunk. Leech.
Phallaleech. All right, great.
Phalley.
Packy dumpiest.
Huge.
Trilyeech. Trilyeech. Trilyeech.
Tubulate.
Leech. Trilyeech.
Trilyeech. All right.
Trilleech.
Urethra destroyer? No, that was last episode, King.
That was last week. We destroyed urethras.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed that.
Oh,
That was
you
pretty-
missed something.
I missed not being healthy, is what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so huge. So
What's the
probably
next question?
pretty significant armor class.
Is this 5e? That was my question earlier.
Yeah, 5e. Generally speaking, in very
I feel
rough.
like he's
well,
got
it's huge.
like super cool armor stuff.
What's
like an exoskeleton or something?
CR are we
maybe?
going for here?
Trilla.
What's CR?
Trilla. Well, that's also a great question. I mean, huge. So we're already pretty
10-ish?
high, I would think. 10. We'll start
I would say 10-ish.
10 is a great starting point.
I would say give this thing a high AC, and then if you do a decent amount of damage to it or you crit it, the AC drops. Like you're peeling off armor plates.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not bad. I like
Oh,
that.
and it's got to have like slime between the
That's
armor.
good.
So when it pulls apart, it's all sticky and gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like starts falling apart, and then it gets a new
Get
ability
the
where
exoskeleton off.
it shoots the blood on you, which is like diseased or something horrible.
Oh, gross. Yes.
So is it? Is it?
They got like an AC, like 25. 25 is pretty high at 10, right? 25 to 28 is about that. 25 is hard.
Oh, 25 is super high in D&D. Yeah, like a freaking.
I say it's 25, and then if they crit it or do X amount of damage, it drops to like a 20. And that becomes way more manageable for them. So the goal is to crit it or do a lot of damage right out of the gate.
That, and if you're fighting it once it has been de-armored, for lack of a better term, that perhaps that goo on it is poisonous. It could do poison damage if you're touching it or up close.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to get really vicious, what if the armor plates animate and they start attacking you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh
like
no!
Like it's just carrying
Like
around its armored spawn on its back or something?
Yeah. Like animated armor.
Yes.
An animated armor forms from the
And
broken
it has
armor.
to put on the top hat and the cane like an alien.
Where did the top hat come from?
Hello, my
Oh,
baby.
like
Hello, my
Spaceballs,
honey.
yeah. Hello,
Where
my
are
baby.
you
Oh,
at
well,
right
I'm
now?
sorry, Spaceballs. My gosh.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Check, please.
I'll have
I
what
didn't
she
just
had.
watch it last week.
Okay, yep. So speed, normal speed, like it's moving 30, which would be slow for a huge creature, I suppose. But how fast is this sucker?
I would feel like it should be
Maybe
slow.
30 and then
It has such a high
40?
AC, like make it kind of easy to hit. Sort of.
maybe 30 unless someone's wounded or bleeding, and then it does like 45 so it can catch its prey.
Oh my god! Like if the blood
It's like a
gets in its
feeding
system,
frenzy.
it's
Like
faster.
a shark.
Yeah, there you go. Feeding frenzy, I like that. Feeding frenzy.
Make that a
frenzy.
power called, blood frenzy.
Ooh, blood frenzy.
Eat,
That catches the
blood in the
blood.
water.
Yeah, that gets.
We should call it. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Just saying.
Perfect.
Blood frenzy
Just saying.
and bump it. Like make it something where you can't, like maybe it's like 20 and then it bumps to like 50 when there's blood in the area.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I mean, 50 is a little 50.
Because there's besides a monk
It is a little
or somebody mounted like a paladin, you're not getting away from that.
All right, so blood frenzy when an opponent, when a target within what, 60 feet, 90 feet? How far can it smell?
I mean, I would say 60. You want it to be within like a move act, so it can get to you and then eat you.
Within 60 feet of the.
And also, then magic wouldn't work well against it at that point because it could use its sense of smell, and magic won't make
Yeah,
that
unless you're
go
using
away.
like lightning,
thing.
like fireball, right? Right. And if you're invisible, that doesn't mean anything anymore. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're bleeding and invisible.
I'm already wanting to pair this with like a gray ooze. Pair this with a
How would
kite
you-
or
Oh,
something that does
You
bleed
know,
damage.
it could be a water-based creature that travels in ooze. Just saying. The ooze could get all over your boat or whatever your mode of transport is.
Oh, that's not. I like that. So like it's it's got some
Almost
sort
You
of
gotta have
symbiotic.
some-
blood.
That or like a form, like
Oh,
maybe a
yes.
hide. Shouldn't a
Amniotic
hide where you're gonna
fluid.
get injured though? Like
Oh,
like
amniotic
shouldn't it
fluid.
hide in, like,
Yeah.
Wait, Should I hide like briar patches or like destroyed buildings where you cut yourself?
Somehow we got back to the baby. Chitin spawn.
Oh,
I like that name.
I'm thinking too, is that there has to be an attack if you hit it that like there's afterbirth. So like if you hit it in the stomach, it could be pregnant and a whole bunch more come out.
Yeah,
Just a bunch of little babies.
Well, I was gonna say swallow whole, but too many creatures have that. I think it hides in ruins, and I think you have a little box in the bottom for this creature where there's an environmental effect. Like in the terrain you're in is dangerous terrain, and if you take damage, it allows this thing to increase its movement. So like maybe it's a destroyed building or glass from like a cathedral. Like maybe this is people who were in confession that like were found sinful. Some horrible blood-sucking monster that lives in old fantasy-based religion.
You cut out about half of that, but I think I got what you're saying. So
somebody was in church.
What type of? So is the difficult terrain just rubble, or is the difficult terrain like the?
I think it would be like broken glass or rebar or something where you get hurt traveling through it. Damage, and that's what caused it to get its speed boost. Because now you give it a reason to hunt things. It hunts in like horrible terrain or old mausoleums or graveyards or briar patches. Like you put this where you have traps, and it's synonymous with having blood-oriented traps.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So it's got so it sets traps in a radius around it or something. I like that.
So like maybe like a flooded mausoleum or something
or
of those
stalks
sorts.
Hunters.
Oh, it could take out people who mess with graves. It could be like a grave robber.
Hunter, maybe
anti.
Yeah, maybe maybe it doesn't have an environment. It just hunts predators. Like, oh, you killed something and it's bleeding? Well, now I move super fast and eat both of you.
Yeah, I like that. So when it's a Trilyeech, let's see.
Where were you chunky trilobite.
Lori, where were you going with the ooze before?
So I was thinking, well, the ooze thing could be fun because wherever he is, if he's in the water or I guess on the ground, could just be oozy. And if the ooze hits you, then you're disabled, I guess, where you can't move as quickly. Like it's like a gooey floor.
Is there a blood ooze?
Snail trail behind it or something so that you can't really move behind it?
Yeah, like a snail trail. There you go.
Or like an owl, it vomits up like a blood ooze pelt.
Sorry. It came out of my mouth, and then I realized what came out of my mouth.
Phrasing.
I had $1. I had $1.
Phallic.
Phallic.
Oh my goodness. All right.
No, but so if you're in the water, it would slow you down movement wise, and if you're on land, it would be around it, maybe 15 feet or so. So you would have to attack it as a melee weapons would work as well because you don't want to get that close, basically.
Yeah, I think I see.
So maybe like an environment adaptation. Maybe it's movements for whatever environment it's in. Because we have like a water or an ooze or rough terrain. It just adapts to its terrain.
Yes, there you go.
All right, so what
like if you were in the jungle, it'd be more quicksandy. If you're in the ocean, it'd be more like sludgy.
It swims. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely swims.
You killed turtles today. You're my enemy.
And 911 was saying that maybe it slows you down. I think that's where we were going with the difficult terrain aspect. So that's for sure. That would definitely slow down the group. What do we want to call this ability? Like adaptive traps or something? That's a pretty cut and dry name for it.
Ooh. It's a monster. It's a monstrous creature that's huge that does traps.
Biological
Jason
traps.
always runs faster than you walk. No, Jason always walks faster than you run. There you go.
Yeah,
I would like to
Jason
call it
Ross-
Spiders and snakes make that.
slasher film. Slasher film. He slows you down.
Something with excretion, almost. Since it could be a whole bunch of different things, but it all comes from it.
I mean, naturally, excretion. It has to have excretion in it.
Trap excretion.
Like
Excretion trail? Oh.
not slowing excretion. Oh, what would we call?
Oh, what are those things called in the like in the airport? The things that make you go faster. What are those? Like moving walkway? But like moving
belts.
Slow? Yeah.
Could you call it like
leave the grease
like
spell
tantric
behind it?
excretions?
Because it lasts forever.
It lasts longer. Everything takes longer.
I like that.
Could it,
I like that.
I mean, it could be grease trap. It could just literally use the grease spell.
That is cute. I mean, yeah. That makes more verbal sense than tantric excretion.
But if we had a band, we would totally name it Tantric Excretion.
Dibs on that band name for sure.
You two let me know when you form that said band, and I will definitely
We're gonna drop
tune
the
in.
demo sometime like next month, though. Yeah. Tantric excretion.
Yeah.
Just coming at you, bruv.
Oh my god.
Clip that, somebody. Hold on. Got it. All right, I got that one. All right, I like hindrance
Or
exclusion.
traps, like shedding trap, like it's shedding skin.
Yeah.
Shed
Oh,
trap.
finger cuffs. Oh.
Shedding trap or trapping skin. Trapping skin. That sounds horrible. Trapping
that sounds
skin
really
sounds
terrible.
horrible.
Oh.
I like that.
That
Trapping skin.
that sounds like a dermatologist went, "Yo, dude, I can't fix this. You have trappings."
Yeah.
Oh god.
A hymen.
Trapping.
Hymen.
That's a different attack.
Oh, what is it called when you? What is the skin that falls off? People call it detritus or what is it called?
Detritus. Is that right? No.
No, it's called sloughing.
Schlappy.
It's
Sloughing traps. Sloughing traps.
Where does the ooze come from?
Yeah.
The Trilyeech it just excretes it. There's probably different, I don't know, pores.
Yeah,
Excreting trap. Maybe it comes.
It's just under the armor, right?
Glands.
The non-armored part.
Yeah, it just seeps out between the armor plates.
I'm just going
Seeping
to
traps.
the balls on his
Seeping.
forehead with the two tentacles. It should totally come out those two.
Like it drags them along the walls.
Subdermal
I turn it-
seepage. Oh, there you
If I
go.
turn it
Oh,
this
that's
way-
good. Subdermal seepage.
Seepage? There we
Something
go.
has to be premature on it.
I
Premature
think it's
seepage.
just called seepage, and then you write it as a trap. Because it could
Premature
be like a
seepage?
combination of broken armor pieces that are like jagged.
Gross. Anything with seepage.
Yup.
And the description's going to be
One of those words.
Extrusion.
Seepage.
Seepage.
This extrusion.
Magma.
Not again.
Not smeg.
This.
I learned that word in college and never forgot it.
Ew.
How could you? But once that's one
Nobody
of
has
those words
ever
where you
forgotten
have
that
a
word.
life before knowing it and a life after knowing it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was
It's
my
like
mistake for
testing your
taking human
girlfriend by putting the word
sexuality in
moist on the
college.
fridge and they get upset.
Oh, yeah.
It seemed like a fun psychology class to take. And all I brought home from that was the word smegma.
From
I told a friend I
psychology?
wanted to adopt a mastiff, and they go, "You'll have to clean the smegma off. They can't reach it." And that's how I learned that.
Question. Next question.
That damn dog and his schmegma.
Okay, so
Did
the stuff.
AC and blood frenzy and trapping skin.
So
What's
when you,
next?
oh my God, zipper accident. That should be one of its things.
Zipper. It doesn't. It's not wearing a coat. This isn't
But
a great
its legs just go like this.
pound in winter.
Well, maybe
That would be
maybe,
trunk prison.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go.
It just
Creature
hugs
is
you
at
to
rest.
death.
Aw, it's codependent.
That's its
This-
name.
Easiest monster of all time.
We all had one of those. It took forever to get rid of it.
I was one of those.
Oh no.
Well, why don't you love me? Am I not
Because
good
you're
enough?
asking that question.
Movement speed.
Now I kind of want this monster to say those things while it's just greasing itself around you.
Oh my
Why
god.
don't you love me?
Oh.
Am I the only one who
could
thinks
have
a
some
cute
kind of
plushie's
a-
going to get made out of this at some point? Because I feel like we're going to get
Oh,
like
it's going to be
Oh.
adorable.
That's what
a Game Hole Con plushie.
You've heard of
It should
Tentacle
have
Kitty.
some kind
Now
of
I
psychic
give you.
Carbot animation.
Yeah.
Some kind of psychic
oh,
attack
it's
where
so
you doubt
cute.
your masculinity or something.
Stockholm Syndrome.
All right.
So what's next, Matt?
So we completely. Well, we don't have to have immunities and vulnerabilities, but does it have any immunities or vulnerabilities to speak of?
If
Well, you got the
somebody says
armor,
they love it.
the crit armor thing.
It's very sensitive.
I think a weakness for monsters is great as a GM, like something that players don't know about that it hides. Like, for example, a kata in Pathfinder, saltwater totally destroys kata. Like, it's like kryptonite for these creatures. So
Well,
maybe something like, what's an
yeah.
odd thing that we could use? Like, for example, if something super poisonous drinks blood and does horrible things, like lemongrass, does that stop it from being able to bite?
It's vulnerable
Sage.
to lemongrass.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or
Sage. Ooh, sage. Yeah, you
It
burn,
could be
burn a little
What
sage.
about
in
Vulnerable
black?
to a high blood alcohol content or something that's in the blood
Oh,
that
there you
makes
go.
sick.
Maybe
There you
if
go,
you're
dude.
diseased, it can't eat you if you're diseased.
Yeah.
They'll strike in home,
Little
Yeah.
World War Z.
but maybe viruses and diseases already. If you've caught ghoul fever, it doesn't want you. It smell you. You can literally just walk by it.
So
It only wants clean blood.
It can't. It needs clean blood. It can't smell disease blood. You're immune. Can't hunt you. Can't grab you. Can't sense you. Maybe this thing's blind. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe it's
I was thinking
Just
this whole
sad.
time it should be blind because
Yeah.
there's no
I
eyeballs on it.
I dig it.
there's a couple balls, but I guess they're not eyes.
Not eyes. The flail snail.
oh,
Why is this
I like the blind thing. I had been thinking about that.
Yeah, I dig it.
If this thing flies, that means it's the worst, the evilest predator of all time. It literally eats anything, anywhere.
Right, yeah.
Does it make slime nests, like a web of slime that you fall in, like
Ooh. Like
Mm.
gack?
like a spider trap, but gack? Oh, the worst version of
Could
quicksand
it be
ever.
off-white and kind of creamy? Just saying.
Yeah, the slime should definitely be off white.
Noted.
It should probably smell different.
First off,
depending on
not
the
slow
bank.
fall.
This
That stuff
off-
turns to liquid and you're gone.
This off-white oozy
Oh
substance.
my god. Wait. The way to kill it is to infect it with a disease. Do you
So
get
it's-
where I'm going
it's-
with this?
It's
Uh-huh.
vulnerable to disease. Does it slowly go insane if not treated?
That's
Yes.
by the clap.
Precisely.
Mhm.
All right, so I gave this guy
Trills and dies.
I gave this guy tremor sense 60 feet. Does that sound reasonable?
Is she awake? Oh. Anyone want to see a
I would
puppy?
say blind and like scent. I wouldn't even do tremor. I think it just
Scent?
smells you. It smells
No.
blood.
Look at me! Look at me!
Got it. Oh, there's the puppy.
There's a puppy!
Oh, what a
How old did you say it was?
Oh,
Or she
10
was?
weeks.
10 weeks old. Nice.
10 weeks.
dinosaurs! Boop the snoot! It's so cute!
Poop the snoot.
Boop it!
All right. So vulnerable to disease. I got that.
No,
Immune.
Maybe its saves are lower with or 5 higher. It's either DCs are 5 higher or its saving throws are 5 lower versus diseases.
Damage vulnerability. Yeah. Got it. So
the snoot. The snoot.
If you want to, whichever way you want to word it, whichever's easier. For the GM, it's probably I would say DCs are 5 higher. That's probably easier to calculate.
Gotcha. DC. Let's see.
Because if it has an 8, you don't want to do that math. It's the player's problem, not mine.
Attacks from non-magical weapons. Sounds good. Condition immunities. Let's say probably immune to what? Prone. We'll leave it at that for right now. Prone.
Okay.
All right. How about?
Do you have to do attacks for it? We haven't decided how this thing hits stuff.
Oh yeah, we haven't even got there. Yet. We got time. We started late.
Now?
We started late. All right,
We
so
started late. It's fine.
I've got a blade of.
I think it just suffocates you by sliding over top of you.
Oh,
Oh, it
Just-
coats you in
Just
goo?
and you can't go anywhere, and you're just suffocated.
oh God.
Because
Is it
nothing's
like
better
vomit?
Oh, you're poisoned
than the
and suffocated?
suffocation rules.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I know this is going to sound horrible, but Casey, what if it just forces death saves right away?
By suffocation.
Like slides over you, and
Suffocation.
death saves start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't hate that. How's it getting to you, or how's it wounding you to get your?
I think it would. Ooh, does it need to wound you? I think it just needs to grapple you. Maybe it can only do it to one large or smaller creature, like one.
So what might help
large.
is can Phil draw like a
two
human so we get a gauge on how big it actually is?
Yeah.
Throw
like,
a silhouette there.
Yeah, just so we can kind of
Smother.
grasp like what size.
Human
size?
for scale.
Smother, yeah. Smother.
Smother.
Love.
I love
Covered
smother,
and
yeah.
smothered, baby.
Covered and smothered. And it smells like onions and cheese.
Am I the only one who wants crawfish tails
Give it
right
that good
now? Like
Waffle
looking
House
at this,
special.
I just want crawfish tails.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Go down to casinos and get some. Pop the heads off. Get some at Hooters. Yeah, I was just gonna say. So probably like elephant size. Yeah, that really puts it into perspective. Yikes.
Yeah. So would it smother? Would it like hug you with its like legs and then just on you?
Well, it's huge. 2 human creatures are the equivalent size of it, right?
I think that'd be large. So this is one step above that.
I'm gonna
So
go with
3.
elephant.
Yeah.
So
this is like
that thing needs to go boop.
this this thing's like should be like
Yeah.
think elephant, right? Elephant size.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Or maybe even bigger. Is that like a?
He'll get shrunk.
It's
Is
like
what
yeah. Or maybe a whale. Is a
Seeing
whale
there.
more
Mark
huge size?
shrink.
Whale's
Got-
really big.
Gargantuan.
Oh,
Whales are
gargantuan.
gargantuan.
Yeah.
I just killed a party with a blue whale.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
what?
I killed a party with a blue whale.
I thought you
Sky
were gonna-
whale. It was great.
I thought you were gonna say.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
I thought you were gonna
It
say.
wasn't for them. It was for me.
I was
You
going to
said
ask if it was a
sky whale?
sperm whale.
I know it was a
Damn
blue
it.
whale. It was
You beat
they
me
were
to it.
hunting a whale.
You beat me to it. I was gonna say, are you
The
sure it wasn't a
whale was
sperm
a
whale and they had it coming?
For
Ah!
No. It was the
I'll
blue
be here all
whale. A merchant used the inside of this
That gets a point for that.
thing for
Moves to
his
Vegas and becomes a comedian.
job.
That sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
you know, everyone moves there and thinks they're a comedian. You know how that turns out.
Uh-huh.
Then you turn into
Thank
Carrot
God
Top?
you have another job, Casey.
Oh,
Please not Carrot Top. Please no.
we'll get you a
Anyone
red
with
wig.
Carrot
It'll be
Top.
great.
Oh.
I need it to be in the gym 24/7, 365.
We could tattoo some black eyebrows on you with your red hair. Totally makes sense.
Carrot Top is jacked.
He
Yeah, I would have
has
to
had
definitely
his
hit the
face
gym.
stretched so tight
He's
now.
huge
oh my
right
God.
now.
Yeah,
He could
He
be a
looks like
monster
a
on the
burn
show.
victim that got muscles.
that's,
It's
that
like
is.
it's like if he took a twin-sized fitted sheet and tried to fit it on a
I would
crate.
say half that size, roughly. Like if they were the length, it should be 3 of them are the equivalent to the length of it, and too high is kind of I think what we're looking at.
I think that's pretty.
What's
close.
that trunk? What's that trunk do?
Yeah, about right there.
Well, I would say if it hugs its victim with this leggy type things, that the trunk comes around and sucks its blood. I would assume.
Yeah, I just went off because I heard trunk in the beginning, so I figured.
Yeah, that was my.
When you
idea.
suffocate, is that how it swallows or it suffocates you and like saves you in its stomach for like a meal later? Does it like regurgitate you like
so
baby
it would
birds?
dissolve you slowly.
Wait,
Over
wait,
1,000
so
years.
the trunk
Oh, wait,
sucks
no.
you in like a
In
snake,
the belly of the
and right
Sarlacc.
after it eats, there's a big lump
Oh
in the
no!
middle of it.
You know how oozes always have weapons and armor in them? It's because he swallows you and spits out an ooze.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that little nugget.
And that's like how oozes are made in some campaign setting that someone has made.
Oh.
I may have changed my
I like
background to green for that comment.
After what? After many months.
24 hours?
Oh.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Oh, so it's like the
Spits it out in 24
sarlacc, and
hours.
it just slowly digests you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you want to say a week? I don't want people to live that long. I want them to die immediately, and then he spits a news out somewhere.
I mean, but
Yeah.
then you could try and play it off that you have to figure out how to get out of it. I mean, that could be fun as a GM.
24 hours. If you're not in 24 hours and you're not out of someone's belly, you're dead already. That stomach acid is going to eat you alive.
Truth.
A gray ooze? What kind of ooze?
Hey, you know what I'm going to use on Wednesday now, Casey? You're screwed.
A great.
Uh-oh.
Why we got a couple minutes left? Why don't you tell us about that game that's coming up?
Oh God. So we are doing Shadow of the Arena. It is Shadow of the Demon Lord meets Spartacus Blood and Sand. No hold bars. Definitely not for children. If your children watch it, I have questions for you as a parent. And then it is the Wizards of the Couch guys and me GMing, and we're on our 5th episode, right?
Yep.
5, episode
Almost
5,
done,
and
yeah.
they are currently in negotiations because you weren't there because you were moving.
Yeah.
They're currently in negotiations with a vampiric merfolk.
What?
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
incredible.
That sounds
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Oh, it is
It's not nearly as dangerous as a Trilyeech. Let me tell you.
doing it to get the ability to, no, not at all. But they're doing it to be able to have a easier way to attack the main villain in the game, and we'll see if they can do this negotiation or if it ends in episode 5.
I
Cool. Like
that.
we've had a lot of artwork from ArtStation, and then Rob Schwab has allowed us to use all of his art from his games. It's been pretty fantastic. What is that you're drawing on there?
Scales.
Oh,
Schmegma.
Schmegma.
I looked at it. Does he have an eye fungus? What's going on?
Ew. So I was thinking that if the
Can you
trunk
give us
has
a
some kind of
silhouette to your
attack,
belly right now, like a
If the trunk has
if
some
the
sort of
trunk
attack,
has an attack that sucks, we
I
should
think
call
he
it a
drinks you
prequel.
with it.
Is
Call
that
it a-
wrong?
call it a
Oh,
what?
what?
Call it a prequel? Because it sucks. Sorry.
Oh.
That was bad.
Are you
That
on
was bad.
stage in Vegas too? What's going on here?
Can I give negative points for that one? Where's the negative
Everyone's
points?
a critic.
Oh, come on.
All right.
I mean, it's the whole point of people watching you. They are critics.
True.
Is the so do the legs do any attack, or is the trunk its primary thing other than the cover and smother? Does
Legs are moving. movement, body is blood frenzy from. Are we missing anything crazy that it should have? An adaptive movement, so I think its movement speed is based on terrain.
Yeah.
Wherever it's at. If it needs to fly, it flies.
Sure.
If it needs to crawl, it
Ooh,
crawls.
adaptive.
If it needs to,
Okay, just
adaptive.
point of contention.
Is there anything
If
else?
if there are human females in the party,
Oh God.
will you have to do a period roll to know if it smells you right off the bat? I'm just asking.
Asking for a friend, is that what that's all about?
I'm asking for a friend. If it
the
can
question
smell blood,
is,
How about
Do you
instead of a
menstruate in
period
the world
roll,
of Dungeons and Dragons?
we can
that
call
is
it a
that's
wound
an
roll.
excellent question.
I'm pretty
We call it a
sure that
wound
goes
roll.
under bonds and flaws in your background. So I mean, Ideals talks about that time.
I'm just saying.
What is that? What is that? Like a 1 on a d4?
Yeah, pretty much.
Roll percentile. 25 or less.
Roll a
Thank you,
D31.
911.
What day is it?
Thank you.
Horrible.
Like, oh, like pitch black. That's right. Yeah. Good call.
Thank
Horrible.
you. I'm not
Pitch
crazy.
Black is great.
I forgot
I
all
mean,
about
I am,
that
but
movie.
not because of that.
Not until you say it out loud. You're doomed now.
Leg strikes. I think this guy's pretty.
The
pretty
only other
close.
thing I think that is missing from here that I can think of is what treasure tables do we use for something that eats people whole and spits out oozes?
Oh yeah, it's got a great.
Ooh.
I imagine it's got.
I would think you whatever armor.
You have the
it's
chance of like getting
absorbed or-
crazy
or
stuff.
weaponry.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if like a certain level of metal?
I think
it
it's
can't
something you
digest,
go-
so it just sticks inside.
Craft magic
Mhm.
items. Well, adamantine.
Yeah. Oh
mythical.
yeah, armor.
I think that so when you do crafting in 5e because it's so vague, the one thing they always say is if you need a special magical item, you have to go on a quest. Is this the beast you go kill to get it from the last hero that died?
Or it could be kind of like a Highlander thing, and like everything compounds on it, and so every armor it's killed, the armor gets that much better, if that makes sense.
Does it grow crimson metal inside its stomach?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Blood metal? Blood metal that has
Blood
regenerative
metal. Yeah.
properties?
Start adding swords, Phil. Sticking out of it.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Coming out of its stomach.
My favorite version of the God of War for the Four Horsemen is the one where it has blades in it and it pulls it out and kills you with the blades of other people who have fought it. That's one of my favorite.
Look at him kind of
Yeah.
sticking out of
pieces
his
ever.
like armor, out of his back.
Yeah, I mean, it eats you
Little
whole. I
slice.
think it makes like a blood metal.
Oh, you're cutting out.
I think he's like a questing beast. He's what you go to find materials.
So he swallowed the sword, so the sword would be pointy side out. The hilt would be in it. So then he's kind of spiked.
I mean,
God
possibly.
damn it! I was kidding.
He's not.
Still looks pretty badass though.
I mean, it looks even scarier.
A little
Yeah, it
bit.
does look pretty badass. I think from a write-up perspective, we're pretty close. I mean, I got to do the specifics, but yeah, I think it's pretty close to done. Well done, Phil, as usual.
you.
Holy
Pulling,
shit, Phil! This is the thing of nightmares. Even more so than the dick monster because I didn't have to worry about that one. Like nothing was up to business last week, but
I didn't have
this
to worry
one is
about the dick
scary.
monster. Thank you, quarantine.
Save me
I
from
feel like
dick
the.
monster.
Thank COVID-19. Now I don't have to fear the dick monster.
Matt,
You
you
feel all the
have
armor on
another
the outside of it.
episode, and you'll totally get a dick monster out of it.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? This
Well, all
looks
girl
like a
and
sperm
Phil.
with legs.
Yeah,
It's a sperm with legs.
that's what I was. That's what
You,
Little-
you clearly did not watch last week's show.
I missed it. I'm very
I
sorry.
haven't watched any of them.
Now I'm sad I missed it.
It's like a sea monkey that comes out of my penis.
Oh,
See, as a kid, if you grew that thing in your house and your entire house was grown, because your parents are horrible parents. That is their fault for buying you that sea monkey.
No, I had a whole bunch of sea
Aquarium
monkeys,
zone.
and my friend came over and they knocked it over on my carpet and killed them all. Oh, I was so pissed. I never had them over. I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
That's like someone buying coral for their aquarium, and they get a mantis shrimp. That's the equivalent of it, that being a sea monkey. A mantis shrimp.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
he's got something up his
Hold on.
sleeve.
Uh-oh.
Are you adding color?
No, I'm not that good. Hold on.
He's just like
I
white.
can't
so
see as
don't
many
know, you're
colors as a
wizard.
mantis shrimp.
your Wizards of the Coast good. You're pretty good.
That's true.
Hold on.
She's got a valid point.
God damn it. Hold on.
That bar is. I don't know what he's doing because I don't see any movement.
I know, I'm so excited.
I like how the person next to him is standing there like it's trying not to be noticed. Like it's a horror movie and it's hiding behind the door.
It doesn't see me.
Why are you taking us through your porn collection?
I was gonna say you better be careful. Oh no.
Oh
Sea
my
monkeys.
lord! Why do you have a sea monkey picture? What work were you doing
All right.
that was necessary?
What was I, what?
What were you working on that you have that in your photo library?
No, I just downloaded it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh.
looking for. I was looking for a sea monkey thing. Oh, you wouldn't believe this shit that's on my computer. I swear to God, like every week.
Yeah, no, we don't want to know.
I'm an artist. I know what my
wanna
computer
know.
looks like.
I would love to know.
All right, so I'm gonna put this box on there when I'm done with it. When I'm done ink, it's gonna go right in here.
Oh,
It's-
brilliant.
So is it going to be a plethora of people looking at it like it's a Christmas tree going up in like a Dr. Seuss story?
Yes, it has
There's
to.
a bunch of little silhouettes and a large creature in an aquarium.
That's what I'm doing.
Perfect.
Like little mystery
Scariest thing I
science
ever saw
theater
in real life.
silhouettes with the giant monkey.
My cousin worked in an aquarium, and I was literally there when he was feeding the seals when the aquarium broke. Scariest thing I've ever in like real life, not on the ocean, but like opening and just pouring into an area after hours. I was like, so do we just leave?
No, you saved the seal puppies.
Because I am
Yeah.
not
They can
cleaning
be in
this
the water.
shit.
They're fine. But
I don't
no,
work.
save the
I
seal
don't work
puppies.
here. Well, all of them follow, and they go to like a small cage. But yeah, it broke. It filled all the halls, ruined a bunch of exhibits. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Oh yeah,
It was so bad.
that
We
does
don't.
sound
I don't
terrible.
know how it broke or why.
Wasn't at all the BB
That
gun
was-
I brought.
I don't know. That glass is thick.
Yeah, it's
man.
like this
I
thick,
think
yeah.
a seal broke, and it just.
Huh. All
That
right.
was crazy. I think it was like 15.
Yeah, that would be a sight to behold for
Now
sure.
it's got swords. Super safe.
That looks so fucking badass.
It's like get off my back. That's what that's called. Hey, I'm here all week.
It only saves.
Literally in Vegas. Literally in Vegas. All right, folks. Ash, Phil, great evening as usual. Thank you to our contestants, Lori and Erik. Thanks for joining us this evening. You are, of course, welcome back anytime. This is a fantastic creation as usual. Our artist Phil has taken our weird obsession with genitalia and made it into something resembling a monster.
Wait,
so this
did
is
you
great.
say phallic? Hold on.
I specifically
Shit.
avoided
squint
phallic.
I got a little left. I got a little left.
Every picture comes with a
Sure.
dick.
Phallic
I
with
broke
liver
the
spots.
challenge, Lori.
I don't know if did
Recently
Ash even
shaved
notice
her-
that one? Did Ash notice that one? I'm not
Liver.
sure if she.
Wait, which one?
Oh, she didn't. All right. Well, we'll let you
Wait.
Party
Did
foul.
we'll let you stew on that one for a little
Oh, wait, the nose down?
Yeah, hold on.
bit.
Now it's happy.
I noticed the two balls, but I kept looking at the antennas up. You deceived me. You
Aha!
I'm drawn towards the upwards motion, and I missed the schlong hanging there. Well done. It kind of looks like Alf a little bit.
Oh, it kind of does.
So
Now
he
that you
eats
said-
cat.
Now I can't unsee it. Now I can't unsee it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the show this evening. This is
cats.
Whose Monster Is It Anyway? We clearly
don't know.
don't take ourselves too seriously. We hope you don't either. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next week. Have a good night.